and Master of the universe, the most gracious, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Ya Allah, it is only you that we worship and it is your guidance that we seek. Ya Allah, keep us in the straight path. Ya Allah, show us with the choice of blessings. Ya Allah, show us with your mercy. Ya Allah, guide us. Greetings, salam, salutations on our beloved Nabi Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's 8 minutes past 8 on this Saturday morning, the 13th of July 2024, the 6th of Muharram 1446. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to Rise and Shine on Radio Al Ansar. My name is Fiazal MJ Suleman, and inshallah, I'll be your host for the next hour or so. And on Rise and Shine this morning, we are going to be discussing a better news update. And of course, we're going to be talking about the water situation in Durban. And of course, there's an event that's coming up with Amal, which we're going to be discussing as well. And of course, we will be looking forward to your regular inspirational WhatsApp messages, and inshallah ta'ala we'll be listening to some nasheeds as well. So that's going to be a Rise and Shine schedule for this morning. Engineering for me is Mondley, and taking care of logistics is Wahida Bucks. This program is produced by Hajra Kota. Right now, just to update ourselves a little with what's happening, South Africa's healthcare system should be on par with countries in Europe, says Health Minister. Health Minister Aaron Motsoladi says that the rich were double dipping in both private and public health care, which illustrated the country's inequalities. Motsoladi also said that the country's healthcare system should be on par with the first world countries in Europe when one looked at the percentage of GDP that went to health. He said that those with medical aid still benefited from public health when their funds ran out. Green Connection wants a review of electricity pricing regulations. An environmental justice group says the National Energy Regulator of South Africa should review Eskom's pricing regulations. The energy regulator did an about-turn recently on a new model to determine supply prices. NERSA, which approved the new rules last year, said they don't yet align with current legislation and its pricing policy. A 12.72% tariff increase came into effect this month. Green Connection's Liz McDade says consumers are paying more for less. KZN Education unsure when repairs to storm hit school will be completed. The Department of Education in KwaZulu-Natal says it can't say when major repairs to a tornado-damaged school in Seatides north of Durban will be completed. On Tuesday, pupils returned for the start of the third term and were welcomed into about 30 mobile classrooms. Lessons were suspended at the Seatides Combined School when a tornado ripped off classroom roofs and shattered windows last month. The department's Muzi Mashlambi says the grade 2 pupils are being taught at premises nearby. And in the July unrest, wounds yet to heal in affected communities. It's been 3 years since looting and mass civil unrest broke out in KwaZulu-Natal and parts of Gauteng. The riots, the violence, and the destruction of property went on for over a week and left more than 300 people She's his niece. We make to Allah
For Allah, for Islam. Thus Muharram join Radio Al-Ansar's special 10-day coverage leading up to the day of Ashura. Every afternoon from 4:15 to 5 p.m. Proudly brought to you by Africa Muslim Agency.
Have you heard?
Heard what?
The latest. Join me, Kelly Ramazani, for a brand new exciting show every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. for the ultimate guide to navigating the world of careers. We talk about side hustles, unpack careers that are in demand, careers that do not need a degree, job searching, career advancement, personal development, and so much more. Tune in every Saturday, 9 to 10 a.m. to unlock the path of your dream job.
اللهم احفظ المسجد الأقصى من اليهود الحاقدين اللهم أعد المسجد الأقصى إلى رحاب المسلمين اللهم وطهر المسجد الأقصى من اليهود الغاصبين اللهم عليك بهم فإنهم لا يعجزونك يا قوي يا متين اللهم منزل الكتاب مجري السحاب هازم الأحزاب سريع الحساب اهزم اليهود وزلزلهم يا
Radio Al-Ansar, Durban, 90.4 FM, Peter Maritzburg, 105.6 FM.
أحب الوفاء بشتى الصور أحب الوفي الأمين الأغر فأهل الوفاء كلون السحاب وحسن الربيع.
You're listening to Rise and Shine on Radio Al-Ansar with myself, Fiazal MJ Suleman. Now, Amal, that's the Association of Muslim Accountants and Lawyers, the Chats with Legal Circle, in conjunction with the Al Baraka Bank and media partners Radio Al-Ansar, have launched or will be hosting an event this Saturday, inshallah. And it's got to do with the tax filing, it's got to do with legal, etc. And we're very fortunate and honored to have in the studio with us Brother Imran Subrati, the Secretary General of Amal. In fact, when Imran joined me this morning, I asked him, shall I call you the Honorable Subrati, becoming a new member of Parliament? He says, no, I'm here as the Secretary General of Amal, so I'm going to call you Imran. Imran, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair for joining me in the program this morning.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah, Faisal, for having me on your show.
Imran, this event that Amal is hosting, before we talk of the event itself, just introduce Amal. What is Amal? Who is Amal? Tell us a little about this organization.
Amal stands for the Association of Muslim Accountants and Lawyers. Alhamdulillah, it's an organization that was established, and this year is a milestone in our history. We are 40 years old. So we were established 40 years ago by groups of Muslim professionals, accountants and lawyers who got together and said, as Muslim professionals, we must be able to give back to our communities and share our skills and our expertise. And this is how Amal was born. It was born with this deep-rooted feeling of sharing and of giving back to our communities and of organizing ourselves as Muslim professionals so that we can also bring into our professions the concept of Islam and the Islamic ethos in the way we do things. And Alhamdulillah, Amal has been around for 40 years now, and we've been doing phenomenal work such as the outreach program that you're seeing, as well as many, many other outreach programs, educational programs, seminars and webinars at no cost. Most of them, almost 99% of them, are at no cost to our communities, and many have benefited and continue to benefit from our services.
Now, you referred to the outreach program. Talk to us a little about the program. What is the purpose of this particular program, and why this type of project?
The access of the average person to professionals such as accounting practitioners and legal practitioners, to your average person, is extremely expensive. In fact, it's extremely frightening to think of going and seeing a lawyer. You would know, you wonder, what are you going to pay? What is the cost going to be? And it's a reality of most people. So the idea behind the outreach program, and it also coincides with the opening of the tax season, which is now in the month of July. The tax season opens. So the idea behind the outreach program is to bring to the community, alhamdulillah, free, confidential, private services of both lawyers, legal practitioners, as well as accounting and tax practitioners for their service. So they have an opportunity to engage with the legal and these professionals to address and to guide them in how they can address a lot of the concerns they may have. That is the idea. It's phenomenally expensive. We know that our community cannot afford it. So we've asked our professionals to come together, and it's part of what we do annually. This is the second of the year. We had one already a few months ago in Chatsworth, which was very successful. We are doing this one here in this venue because it's central. So to afford our people some level of comfort so that they can access services which they otherwise will not be able to afford.
So can I call it a tax and law clinic?
Yes, you
Just
can
in
call
the
it.
simple time.
Yes, that's a good word.
And just to clarify to our listeners that the venue will be the Al Ansar Hall at 189 West Road. That's in Overport. That's the Al Ansar Hall, 189 West Road in Overport. Now, Imran, Amal has partnered with Al Baraka Bank, with Al Ansar, with the Chatsworth Legal Circle. Tell us a little about this association.
Okay, collaborating is very important, and it's important for us to also not duplicate. So the idea behind this is, alhamdulillah, as you can see in our 4 partners, we got the Chatsworth Legal Circle, which is doing phenomenal and tremendous work in the Chatsworth area, and with whom we partnered in the last outreach program, as I mentioned, we did a few months ago in Chatsworth. So they bring to the party significant amount of volunteers from the legal side. So they have been doing this work. So does Amal. Amal bring to the party our legal and our accounting practitioners. Alhamdulillah, Al Ansar, no first prize for guessing, is deep-rooted in serving our community, has always made themselves available, both in the form of the media, as we are doing now as our media partner, as well as in terms of the infrastructure in making their venue available. And this is the creed of Al Ansar. And alhamdulillah, Al Baraka Bank has always been in the forefront of supporting non-profit organizations, non-governmental organizations, PBOs, various welfare, various religious organizations, and they are also a corporate sponsor of Amal. So we are delighted that Al Baraka Bank is also part of this progress, and Al Baraka Bank has got significant amount of products as well that they support the non-profit sectors. So we are delighted that we have such strong partners to enhance the effectiveness and the success of our forthcoming event.
And what can the community expect at this event?
Well, firstly, you can expect access to an expert in the field of law and in the field of tax. That's the first thing, which you would otherwise not be able to get. Secondly, that will be made available at free of charge to you. So you're not going to be paying anything for it, alhamdulillah. The third thing you can expect is the utmost confidentiality and privacy in dealing. The venue will be set up such that there will be cubicles or there will be sufficiently amount spaced tables so that the client or the member of the community can have a confidential private conversation. And inshallah, what you can expect thereafter, if your problem is not resolved, then one of the professionals will then guide you and recommend what are the steps you need to take thereafter in order for your matter to be resolved. But what we hope to achieve is really a one-stop shop where a person will be significantly helped on that day.
Jazakallah khair. I think that's absolutely vital. Now, what are those that want to participate? I'm talking to our listeners. What are they expected to bring with them for these for this particular workshop?
Okay, firstly, if you want to make sure that this consultation is effective, please bring along all the necessary supporting documentation. In the event of a tax query, for example, if you have an issue concerning tax, bring along your travel documents, your IRP5 certificates, your medical aid certificates, your REF, your REF certificates, all possible supporting documentation. If you bring it and come, then one of our professionals will be able to immediately guide you and perhaps even log on for you immediately and resolve your query. You could well leave there with your tax return submitted or your query resolved. And if it's a legal query, then please bring along your supporting documentation. Many people are concerned about, for example, deceased estates, about a will, etc. Bring along, if you want a will, etc., any matter relating to any query, please bring along all supporting documentation so your consultation is effective and you can get your query resolved.
Okay, I have a message from Brother AC Khan. I think he needs no introduction. He's one of the conveners here, and I think one of the participants as well. He'll be
Yes, AC actually this is the passion of AC Khan. AC Khan is my colleague and he is the deputy secretary of Amal, and AC is the champion on the outreach programs. It's something that has been very close to AC's heart, and alhamdulillah, as a team we have champions for various projects, and this is really AC's brainchild. And AC has just sent me a message that Al Baraka will be giving some gifts and prizes to attendees at outreach.
Exactly. So that's what I mentioned, because he sent a WhatsApp as well, just to remind you. Let's talk a bit of these gifts and prizes.
Yeah, AC will probably have to tell us what gifts and prizes that we're getting. If he's giving us an overseas holiday, then I think our venue will be too small.
Yeah. No, but inshallah, I'm sure those will be some good prizes, some that we can look forward to. And I think we're still just formulating how we're going to choose who's going to be the recipients of these prizes. But thank you for the reminder, Brother AC. Let's talk a bit of the event. Time's running out. A bit of the event, of the venue, what time, etc.
Okay, it starts it's next week Saturday. That is the 20th of July 2024. It's from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Al Ansar Foundation Hall in here in West Road.
189 West Road.
189 West Road. Now, what's very important is there is an email, info@amal.co.za. I would strongly suggest that you send through a message or an email confirming that you want to attend and the nature of your query, whether it is legal or accounting or tax, so that we can put you on a queuing system. So there is some level of orderliness. So that will be the preferred way of making sure you get booked. However, if you don't have access to that, you're most welcome to call and just come through and follow a queuing system. Fiazal, also let me use this opportunity to request fellow professionals that are listening in. This is an opportunity that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you and skilled you in some way, and Amal is creating the platform together with its partners, Al Ansar Foundation, Al Baraka Bank and Chatswood Legal Circle, for professionals, accounting and tax professionals to come forward, volunteer your services, be part of this panel, and you will get CPD for it. You will get a certificate so that you can utilize it for your CPD. And also young aspiring professionals, students. Amal has a student chapter. This is a unique opportunity for our students to register as students, as members of the Amal student chapter, and attend this function here. And it's important that, remember, as young aspiring students, to be a member of Amal, it looks good on your CV. By attending a function like this, we will give you attendance certificate and you can place it on your CV that you are part of community involvement. It'll enhance your possibility of gaining employment when you apply.
Jazakallah khair. And Brother Ishi just reminds us again that Al Ansar will be interviewing Al Baraka Bank later this week, and they will then explain the prizes, the gifts, the banking concessions for attendees, etc. So of course they will sweeten it. So inshallah, during the course of the week, do stay tuned, and we will talk to Al Baraka Bank and they will advise exactly what's going on. Brother Imran Subrati, Jazakallah khair for joining me on the program this morning. Just to remind all the listeners and those who want to attend that this is an absolutely free clinic.
Absolutely.
No cost involved.
Absolutely.
Take advantage. You will be having the professionals that will be present, who will guide you, who will assist you, and who will, of course, and who will give you free legal and accounting advice. Brother Imran Subrati, I want to thank you for joining me in the program this morning, but I'm sure you have some advice for our listeners.
Jazakallah, everybody, and thank you all for your constant support. And last but certainly not least, I'm sure Al Ansar will do this for us later. Amal is also commemorating its 40th year anniversary, and in September, inshallah, we will be having a gala dinner and a conference. So just look out for the details. You can visit our website to get more details about our forthcoming 40th year anniversary, and we look forward to really serving our community next week, Saturday. So please turn out in your numbers. Those of you who have heard this, pass it on to others. Inshallah, if someone's problem gets resolved by them attending here and you giving them that invitation, you will also benefit and get reward in it.
And Brother Ishikan reminds us once more that they can book online as well. Brother Imran, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khair and all the best with the project. Inshallah, I'm sure we will have success.
Jazakallah. Thank you once again to Al Ansar Foundation for partnering with us and allowing me to be on your show, Faisal.
Shukran. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
We'd love to meet you. Pay us a visit. Radio Al Ansar.
Swipe and save at Checkers Foods Kawi Park with amazing deals like Rama Original Fat Spread, 1 kg tub, buy 2 for 99 Rand, saving you $40. Nescafe Gold Instant Coffee, 200 grams for just 139.99, saving you 50 Rand.